Good morning, everybody. Thank you again for being here. And again, I want to start off by saying thank you to our first responders out there, to all of our essential employees, to everyone out there keeping us moving, keeping government moving, keeping the county moving, and regardless of what you're doing to be the backbone of our community, thank you, thank you, thank you. Especially to the people that are isolating, doing the right stuff out there every day. Thank you, I appreciate that. So as of today, from yesterday, we have 424 confirmed COVID-19 confirmed cases now. That's up from 27 from yesterday. We have 498 people under mandatory quarantine, and we have 66 people under precautionary quarantine. There's 36 people that are hospitalized, and that's just a rate of over 8.49% of those who have been tested positive. 14 adults still in the ICU. So social distancing is working, and if you you think about the New York State chart, what they have going on, and we've tested roughly almost 5,000 people so far. And with testing ramping up at Albany, you're going to see these numbers to continue to go up, and that's what Dr. Whalen and I have talked about from day one. That was our concern when they stopped doing the testing, because people get that false outlook thinking that, hey, everything's good, the numbers are low here in the county, and they're not. And if you think about it, out of the 5,000 people that are tested roughly, 420 or 26 have come back positive. So if you times that to a population of 320,000 people, that'd be almost like 30,000 people testing positive. Am I trying to scare you? No. That's why I'm trying to tell you social distancing is working. Because if things weren't shut down and you weren't home, we'd probably have well over 30,000 people infected right now with the coronavirus. So what we're doing by keeping people away is working. So keep that in mind, them numbers. And if you get, it's right off the state chart that we got it off of New York State DOH COVID-19 tracker. And just looking at them numbers, it's just simple math, people. Figure it out. Figure it out. Be 30,000 people infected if things were still up and running. So the people that are home, that are getting cabin fever, please stay home. Stay home. Do the right thing. This is, we're going to be like this probably for another good week or so, if not longer. So this is the new norm. Get used to it. Take a step back. I said it. It's a marathon. This isn't a sprint. We're over 30 days into this, and probably going to be another 15 or 20 days into it before things start changing. So, when I'm looking at hitting the APEC probably in this week, maybe next week, it's hard to tell. Again, it's just based on science. So trying to do the numbers, trying to figure out where we're at, and working with the hospitals and everyone, that's how we do the best that we can. So the good news, right? The thing I love about this community is how the companies here in Albany County have reinvented themselves to do things differently, to make a difference in people's lives. People doing hand sanitizer, companies doing different things, making PPE, and the backbone of this community. The restaurants doing things differently, people doing stuff at home, making PPE, making masks for people. And I do want to thank, and this is extraordinary too, our two emails here. Iman Jafar and Iman Yaki. Sorry, yes. I was trying.
You tried.
I tried, but who have come together here in our community to present. I'm going to let you, whoever wants to start, and say what you're here. But again, this is a great thing we're going to be announcing here today. They're making a donation. That's going to go to the United Way, and we have Pete Gannon here with us, from the president of the United Way and CEO. Pete, thank you for being here. We'll be talking to, and it's a great size check that we're going to get out to the community to help people put food on their table and get them the services that they need. But who would like to?
Yeah, Imam Jafar would actually.
Yeah.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. In the name of God, the most merciful and the most kind. The reason we are here is we would like to show our support and our appreciation for the people who are doing the right work at the right time. The Muslim community in the Capital District, particularly the mosques that we represent, Masjid al-Hidayah in Latham, ICCD in Colony, and Masjid al-Salam in Albany, Al-Arqam in Clifton Park, these 4 mosques. But in the name of the entire Muslim community in the Capital District, we would like to show to the people who are doing the right work, trying their best to protect us, protect the communities in the Capital District and beyond against this pandemic that the entire humanity is facing. So therefore, what we are presenting over here, this check is just a token of appreciation. But actually, we know that maybe greater than this can be done. So we are appreciating the work that you are doing, the leadership that you are heading, and we would like to let you know that if there is something more that we can do, please let us know. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And would you like to say a few words for us?
Yes, please. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah. Wassalatu wassalam ala Rasulillah. We thank you very much, our elected officials. You are in the front line. You know, this is a very difficult time, as Imam Ja'far had mentioned, but we are all in together. We have to do it together. Social distancing has been mentioned, and that is why our mosques are actually closed right now. And we hope, because Ramadan is coming soon, we hope, other than that, surely we will abide by your guidelines that you have given us. We really, really appreciate your leadership. Of course, we always would see, our leaders from the governor's office to your office, and that which you are giving us in order to keep us alive. There will be no religion if we are all dead. Actually, we have to have life, then practice our own faith. So surely we appreciate our heterogeneity, our diversity here in New York, here in Albany. We appreciate our leadership, and please continue doing that and let us know how we can actually do better. Because this has united most of us Americans, and we will continue to be appreciative and will continue to do the right thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Imam. Thank you so much, and thank you to the area mosque for coming together to do this. I want to hide this the right way, but so we don't show the thing. But it's for the tune of $20,000. So thank you so much that you're doing that. We'll go to the United Way to do some great services, but I'll let Pete Gannon talk about that. Pete.
Thank you, County Executive McCoy, Imam Yaki, Imam Jaffer, for your support. From the minute the philanthropic community perceived a threat from the coronavirus outbreak, the county executive and his team have been leading the way, and we've been happy to come alongside and support to try and address the most severe community needs that we can do. That meant us at United Way joining together with our partners at the Community Foundation to launch a region-wide single philanthropic strategy for the entire capital region, and a lot of that with the highest volume of cases here in Albany County because of population has been directed here, and that's been in conjunction with County Executive McCoy and his team and their leadership. And I think when I was here a month ago, we were stoking off the folks who were still talking about this being an overreaction, and at that time, I said to the county executive that his perceived overreaction from the naysayers was ultimately going to save lives. And while we're optimistic about some of the numbers we're seeing, there's still a serious threat. But there's no doubt in my mind that your leadership through this crisis has saved a lot of lives.
Thank you, Peter.
Here in Albany County. In 1887, here's a quick little history lesson this morning. In 1887 in Denver, Colorado, a woman, a rabbi, a priest, and 2 ministers joined together to launch the first United Way campaign. Thinking of themselves working individually they thought there was a better way, that they could do more for the people in need in their community. And they joined forces to support 10 health and human services organizations. And so I'm reminded of that spirit that our organization at United Way was founded on when I see leadership from the government, leadership from the faith-based community coming together for the single purpose of helping the folks who are struggling the most through the COVID crisis to do just a little bit better. And we talk a lot at United Way all the time about how people in our community are one bad day away from being in serious financial straits, but nobody really ever anticipated this collective bad day we'd all go through together. But we are getting through it. This financial commitment helps together with the Community Foundation, other partners like the Islamic faith leaders here today. We've raised nearly $600,000 to support this effort. And we've already, in a sort of unique twist for us, we've already deployed $300,000 of that to frontline organizations like the food bank, the food pantries, here in the city of Albany, Trinity Alliance, United Tenants Association, to help people who are dealing with the most severe fallout from this crisis. And that's exactly where these resources will go, to make sure people continue to have access to food, nutritious food, as they deal with the fallout. And it's the frustrating part of the job is when the scale of the problem is so severely outweighs the scale of the crisis, and that's what we're dealing with now. So I'm encouraged by the generosity of the Islamic community here in Albany County. We still need more people to join us, get in on the fight. The simplest way to do that, and it doesn't matter if you have $5 or $5,000 or a large sum like $20,000 like the imams were able to raise, you can text the word COVID-19 to 41444. And I know a lot of people got a nice direct deposit last night to try and help things keep going. And I say with that to think about your neighbors, right? You got to think about your household first, but think of your neighbors and how you can make an impact and help the people in your community get through this crisis together. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you. And thank you again. Because this is going to make a difference in people's lives, and that's what it's about, and that's what government's about. But most importantly is what a community is about, coming together in times like this, and this is where your character comes out. So thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you. Also, I want to remind people about the rail trail. We want people to go out and get fresh air. We have gotten a lot of complaints of people not social distancing on our rail trail. So please, we put up some signs. We want you to go out and get fresh air. Just remember, 6 feet apart, 6 feet apart, 6 feet apart. And be courteous to people walking down the rail trail. You can walk around each other, you can step to the side, but try to stay away from each other. The other thing I want to bring up, as we always do for our mental health line that we started right away, it still goes 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and the number is 518-269-6634. Again, thank you to everyone that's down there talking to people and helping them understand the new change that we're in. And this is the new world, and we have to get used to what's in front of us and adapt to it, and we're good at that. We'll adapt, we'll overcome, and we'll get through this. But we'll get through this together. And again, United Way, thank you for the 211, handling all that stuff, and the New York State Hotline. Can't thank them enough for what they're doing, and the governor, and especially my Department of Health, and all the workers that have to be out there. Thank you, and we're working with everyone in the community and trying to make a difference. So thank you so much.